I must have died, at least 1,000 times. What's important is to do it beautifully, with as much dignity as possible. That's what makes it funny. Of course, Piero never really dies. Columbine betrays him again and again, but each time she takes pity on him. You can't leave when I'm going to hang myself from a lamppost.
You're the one who's doing it, not me. No, you know I have to meet Geraldine at the dressmaker's, and you promised me not to drink during the daytime.
You promised to rehearse. If you're going to play Columbine, you'll have to do more than show off your...
That's been enough for you up to now. Anyway, there's a war going on, and who cares about Piero and Columbine?
Michelle, if you leave now...
I know. You'll throw my things down the stairs like last time.
The war will be over in a month. Paris will be full of Americans. And what will they want?
Same as the Germans. A good time in bed.
They'll want theatre. And so will the French.
Prehistoric pantomime in some flea-bag cinema in Pigalle. I can just imagine de Gaulle, Patton, and Montgomery fighting over tickets.
So can I. And don't forget Eisenhower. Jeanette, I suppose you think your Heinz is going to fight to the end to defend you.
I think the same as you, but I keep it to myself. In you go, mon amour, in you go.
Sehr gut.
Ja, ja.
Ach, schön. Sehr gut. Donnerwetter, das sieht immer der Kuppe an. Ein Wetterchen ist das.
Damn crowds. Let's get back to the front, wherever that is. Excuse me. Some dressmakers.
Antoine, let me explain.
Does she tell you you drink too much, smoke too much? No, no. She buys you drinks, hands out my cigarettes in return for your services.
No, you don't. Not in here. This is no time for trouble, Monsieur Antoine.
You can pick up your junk from my place, too. I've had enough of your dressmakers.
Germany has completed its preparations for repulsing the anticipated enemy invasion.
That's enough.
German troops, tested on many a battlefield, have been training tirelessly.
The acoustics are dreadful.
It's better when we are full.
How would you know? Madame, sit down and tell me if you can see me.
Yes, I can see you.
That's because there's no one in front of you. I'll have my designer come round and see what he can do with it. I'll leave you my name.
Oh, there's no need, Monsieur Antoine. In the old days, my wife and I went to all your performances.
Yes, and now
How sad to see the man who created the butterfly to...
Putting on a red nose every night to amuse the German pigs. I can't sweep the streets. I'm an artist.
Antoine, I want to talk to you.
Really, what about?
You're late. Third time in a month. That means I dock you, Antoine.
If you're going to cut my pay, you can call me Monsieur Antoine.
Antoine, you have a problem.
Just one.
Michelle was here to see you.
So?
She said she won't sleep with you again until you are performing at the Comédie Française.
So we heard you made an offer to bite.
What are you laughing at? Half the German army's out there. Now, here's something really funny. Hitler and Goering are flying over the ruins of Germany, yeah? And Hitler says to
The
Goering...
management and the technical staff humbly request your presence on stage, Monsieur Antoine.
Idiots. You ought to lick his boots, not nail them down. Antoine is a master. Show them, Antoine. Show them!
What's wrong with him? What about his boots and his nose? I don't pay him to be drunk. I pay him to entertain drunks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome a true genius, Europe's greatest mime, Antoine Moreau. He'll begin with his ever-popular Monsieur Grandin and his dog.
changed it completely.
Bravo. You told me to show them.
I'm sorry about the boots, Monsieur Antoine. You were really brilliant.
Crazy. Huh. Do you want to put us all out of work? Most of the Paris Gestapo is out there. I don't need that.
They loved it. All of them.
It's enough provocation.
You were fantastic, Gronga.
I was getting my dog to jump. They can't arrest me for that.
Calm down, Antoine. If they wanted you, they would have taken you at the theatre.
You think so? What matters now is survival.
At any cost? So far, only a few people know about the sketch. But tomorrow it'll be all over Paris. What is it?
Those two men. They've been following us all the way from the theatre.
Who?
I had a look at the cinema today.
This is London Calling.
It has potential. In a good location in Pigalle. I'm planning a whole new program.
You should keep Monsieur Grandin.
Too easy. What do you think of this?
Oh, God. They killed Jean Dupré.
What's that?
More executions.
Turn off the light.
Maybe they came to see Jeanette.
3 at a time. They must have been following me for days. I felt it this afternoon when I chased you to that rotten bistro.
Why didn't you say so? I was glad to see you were jealous. I love you. I want you to know that.
Gestapo, open up.
Where is she? Your girlfriend. Where is she? Stop! Stop right there! Stop or I'll shoot! Give up! You haven't a chance!
Ah!
Hands behind your head. No more games. Her name's Suzanne Delacroix. You know it, and so do we.
Face to the wall.
God, I'm so thirsty. I could even drink water. Monsieur Antoine, your wife used to buy cakes in my shop.
Really? I never knew she liked cakes.
Sometimes it's better not to know things. Then they can't beat them out of you.
Is that him? No doubt about it. They had a fight in the bistro. They might have just staged it. No.
You didn't know a thing. It was safer that way. It's true.
We'll see. Forged identity cards, association with the resistance. Plenty of rope to hang you. Name?
Antoine Moreau.
Full name?
Antoine Philippe.
I said full name. Learn your name once and for all. You'll need it. Filthy Jew Moreau. Stink you de Moreau. Now then, full name.
But I'm not a Jew.
No, then why are you shaking? Take your trousers down. Well, that is a surprise. All of Paris thinks that you are a Jew.
Ridiculous.
Your wife's father was a Jew. Any decent person would have divorced immediately.
My wife died 2 years ago.
What about your mother's grandfather?
I never knew him.
I am sure you recognize this photograph. A magnificent scene from David and Goliath. And this one.
But all these were taken before the war. Look at the date. What do they prove?
But January the 2nd of this year was not before the war. On that day you provided Rudolf Meyer with forged papers, which you obtained from Suzanne.
Nonsense. I lent him a few francs. Suzanne knew nothing about it.
So you knew her name was Suzanne?
No. Everyone at the cabaret knew her as Michelle, including me.
Everyone did not sleep with her. Explain how you can go on living with a woman without knowing who she really is.
I can't.
You may remember. Names, addresses.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
We'll be different people after the war. We'll fly into the light like spring butterflies warmed by the sun. But I won't want you to love me any differently. Just more.
There's no reason to be afraid. We respect great artists. Yes. You have admirers even among us, Monsieur Antoine. Did I get it right? Is your dog still jumping, Monsieur Antoine? Nothing here that could hang a man. Oh, David and Goliath. I hope they did not put you through that filthy Jew nonsense. That would be a serious political error. As you may know, the Führer has most generously donated a whole city to the Jews.
But I'm not a Jew. You have no rights to deport me.
Sit down.
I'm talking about hiring you. You are an artist, a star, a limited engagement. One performance for the children of the City of the Jews.
I don't know. I haven't performed for children for quite some time.
If you accept, I'll arrange for your immediate release. Of course, you are free to refuse. But I urge you, as an admirer, to think of the children.
When I go home, I'll have my own bed again.
My mommy will be at home. She will be alive again, and she'll give me all the bread and butter I want.
I'll pick the cherries in our garden.
Swine. My family's under fire in Berlin, but not one bomb has fallen here. How can you perform for such pigs?
Would you like to live here then?
Why not? Look, that film has only been out for a week at home, and it's already here.
The Commandant will see you tomorrow, Monsieur Moreau. Hotel voucher, room key, and food vouchers. Don't lose them.
What about my travel papers, my money?
Unnecessary. This document will serve as your identity card. You can cash the check at the local bank. 3,000 in advance as per your contract. The balance after your performance.
Which is when? You left the date blank.
We'll put it in later, after the performance. Is this your signature? Fine, then everything's in order.
This will be a very profitable visit for you, but I still don't know how you can stomach it. You'd better count the pieces. There were 6 when we started.
I expected to be driven to my hotel.
Oh, it's just around the corner, sir. Room number 2, isn't it? Everything's ready for you.
Who are you?
Laub, sir, at your service.
Hotel Rex. I once stayed at the Rex in Vienna.
That belonged to my cousin. The Rex in Berlin was mine. My head porter, Theo, gave me this cap as a souvenir.
We'll help. We'll help.
No, Samuel. Get away. Go, go.
Why me, Mr. Laub?
Because I know you.
We only want to help, Mr. Laub.
Huh?
Oh.
You need anything? I can get it. Cigarettes, anything. You want to trade your hat, your gramophone? You come to me, Samuel. Anytime.
I had 6 pieces. One's missing. My props.
We'll find it. Please don't report it. They'd send me away.
Then go and find it. I can't work without my props.
Naturally, of course, sir. Candle and matches. The power goes out now and then. And don't forget the blackouts after dark. We'll find your bags, sir. You know, children. You see, you are only passing through. but I want to stay here. And if you complain, shall I run you a bath, sir?
I've never met a prisoner who wanted to stay locked up.
The bell doesn't work, but if you need me, just call out.
I expect my bag to be here in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Junk. Not even enough for a rotten potato.
Maybe one. Good work. You just scared away dinner. Where did you get all that?
I got it. Look.
Junk. Look at this, a pink Jew.
So it's true. Antoine Philippe Moreau. Perhaps you remember I had the pleasure of awarding you the Molière Prize in '36.
Your Excellency.
Not anymore, not anymore. But I do have some connections even here. Leon Kahn, for instance, the biggest ship owner in Rotterdam. He's in charge of coal and potatoes here. May I present Karl Reinberg, director of the Vienna Opera.
Perhaps you need an orchestra for your performance.
I don't even know what I'm performing, or when or where. My contract, they made me sign it, didn't specify.
For bar 30, perhaps this time the cellos will let me hear them for once.
Call for me, please. I'll help you. I'm still a lawyer, after all. Yes.
Gilbert knew his wife.
His wife is dead. No sentiment, Pedersen. We want to know what he's going to do for them. Aren't there enough fine artists among us? Why did they bring him? He's neither Jew nor a Goy. All we really know is that he's a clown and that they are paying him.
3,000, Monsieur Moreau. If you don't crumple them, they'll last you forever.
I hope I won't be here that long. Just to give me an idea, what will this buy?
Nothing, Monsieur Moreau.
What do you mean, nothing? What's the exchange rate?
Against dollars, pounds?
French francs or marks?
Zero. This is ghetto money, kosher money. It will be a souvenir for you.
What about my restaurant voucher?
Have you heard of the Lake Street restaurant?
I never even heard of the lake.
It might be the cafe on Main Street.
Where's that?
Just over there.
Lake Street restaurant?
So sorry, sir. This establishment is for Jews only. What's this? Smoking?
Ah, and your hat? What is it doing on your head?
And where did you get these?
I found them.
And the bag. We must find everything tonight, or he'll report us.
What bag?
Get up. And who was the girl with you? Where did you steal these potatoes? Who is this?
That's me and my grandma.
Mr. Lau came looking for some things that were stolen, but I told him that my girls do not steal, not even Stella. Anyway, the magician is leaving.
What magician?
The one from Paris. That's where all the best magicians and clowns live. They travel around the world to make sad children happy.
Why is he leaving?
Something about a bag that was stolen. It had a golden flower in it where he kept all his magic. It doesn't matter. Go to sleep.
If he's a magician, why doesn't he just make another flower?
You are lucky they didn't kill you.
For a cigarette?
From now on, you stay here. Room service is much safer.
Hey, look.
Come in, you'll break your neck. Oh, look, my bag.
Everything's there, the flower too. Now you can stay and do your magic.
But I'm not a magician.
Yes, you are. I know all about you. Do a trick.
What kind of trick?
Take us away to some place without Germans. What happened? Does it hurt? Please, take us away. At least me. Please do it.
Look, all your props. I told you we'd find it. Things don't disappear here. People do.
My documents, please. I'm returning to Paris.
Because of last night? They're just farm boys, despite their uniforms, and they had been drinking. But I can assure you, they've been punished. And they send their apologies. They didn't know who you were, you see. And there's a death penalty for smoking in the city. Here, of course, you're free to smoke as you please. Apart from that regrettable incident, I trust you're enjoying your stay.
It's like living in a cage.
You cannot move in a cage, Monsieur Moreau, but you are safe in it. And after your performance, you'll be free to leave. I'm sure the word of a German officer is sufficient guarantee.
Just when do I perform? I must know the date.
That will be established soon.
So far, I've been given worthless money.
Note this. 1, the theater. 2, the audience. We must have a triumph. A fairy tale, perhaps. The Brothers Grimm. Hansel and Gretel, or Sleeping Beauty. I want first-rate sets and costumes.
I'll need a pianist.
Of course. Whatever you wish. Just inform Miss Keller. I want a huge success.
I was promised a theater, not a hospital.
This is a theater, Monsieur Moreau, believe me, and we are merely players. My poor piano and I are at your service. And here we have Stadler, absolutely the worst violinist I've ever heard, and that's quite a recommendation. He's afflicted with various aches and pains. Otherwise, critics have mistaken him for Paganini. Here one takes what one can. You can't urinate against the wind. Shakespeare. Of course, he stole it from Homer. And they hadn't even been to the city of the Jews.
Leo Stadler.
Karl Reinberg, Maestro, when I saw you conducting yesterday, I thought I was having hallucinations. But I'm afraid I won't be needing a Paganini or the Vienna Philharmonic, just a barroom piano player.
You found one. 2, as a matter of fact. We've spent our lives studying bars, have we not, Leo? Take us on, Monsieur Moreau. He'll give me a £1/4 of margarine if you do. And you will have saved his life.
Saved his life?
Just joking. Everything's fine here. Actually, I thought you could use the full orchestra for your performance. Lager Commandant Gruber would give you anything you wanted.
Yesterday's men gave me a beating for keeping my hat on.
But from now on, you'll take it off.
Always joking.
My hat has a mind of its own. What's this?
They said you would audition the children.
Audition them for what?
To be the audience. These are the lists. They said you'd choose the best laughers.
What do I want with lists?
But you have to. The ones in greatest danger have a cross by their names. Here, this is Hedda. She can sing. And Esther is quite a dancer.
I'm afraid you don't understand. My rehearsals are not public events. I need quiet. I can't have noisy children distracting me. They'll have to wait for the performance.
All right, now, laugh. Louder, the way we practiced.
She's out of her mind.
Not really, although it's true she has spent a while in the madhouse.
Show us a trick. Please, do magic.
What can you do?
Me? Nothing.
Du, Hitler! Go on, Stella!
I need a black comb.
Stella, don't. Stop it.
No, let her.
Sie Kyle! Sie Kyle! Sie Kyle! Heil! 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 You, Jewish dog! Get down, Jew!
Forget what you've seen. They're only children. Forget the lists, too, please.
All right, let's go.
Perhaps you should look at the list after all. Here, every single day is precious. And the children are grateful for whatever they can get. For a potato, or a doll carved from a stick, or a reason to laugh, even for a moment. You haven't been here long enough to understand. Perhaps you won't be. Look at me. I hate lice. I hate filth. But I scratch, and I stink. So I dream. I dream of playing Dvorak.
He dreams of playing to his lovely, plump old wife, who always wanted to be thin. Now she is thin. What's your program, Maestro?
They'd like a fairy tale. Hansel and Gretel, perhaps, or Snow White with the comb under her nose.
Antoine!
Whoop. Your Hitler was good.
You liked it?
I've changed my mind. I'll need a few children after all.
Really? Stella. And who else? To play God. Have to deliver a list of 100 names. I hope you won't mind if half of our children miss your performance. They'll be on the transports heading east tomorrow or the day after. Don't worry. They know. And they know what's in these boxes, too. Ashes of all those who died here. 30,000 boxes.
Where are you taking them?
To the river. Suddenly the Germans are afraid of the dead. Won't you?
Mr. Laub, could you get me some?
I came to apologize.
Oh. Come in. Sit down.
This is for you from the children. This is Stella, this is Hedda, this is you, and me. They call the house Paris. The soldiers are shooting at us, but we managed to fly away. Show us a trick, please. Do magic.
Carpenters, painters, masons, the swing band, the promenade orchestra, and now all these lists from that clown. All those people on the list for a one-man clown show, they're all protected. So who am I supposed to put on the next two transports?
You are protecting other people on your own lists, are you not? So, who signed the clown's list?
You did.
Then there's nothing more to be said. Have these copied and enlarged, and replace the inscription with Antoine Philippe Moreau, famous mime artist from Paris.
That's not true. It is too. Look, a perfect angel's costume.
It's not true. Vera wouldn't.
She wouldn't, huh? Have a look.
So they're trying on hats.
Yesterday she was ready to kill him, and today Open your eyes. She sleeps with the cook and you get potatoes.
All right, maybe with the cook, but not with Antoine. He wouldn't touch
Oh,
her.
no. She's a woman. She got into his bed and you got that.
No, you don't. No sweaters. They're not for the fairy tales. They're for the Reich. They're sending them back to Germany for the Wehrmacht. Mr. Moreau, you can have all the top hats you want, but I cannot take responsibility for anything else.
Don't worry, I will. Take whatever you need for yourself and the children. Put it on the fairy tale account. Don't you like it?
Not much.
You can't wear these old things. There must be something better in this flea market.
You like Vera, don't you?
You little monkey. Not half as much as I like you.
No, not these. They'll fall apart in no time. Take the lace-up shoes.
But the sandals have buckles.
Compromise. Take both boots and sandals.
Unbelievable. Guest star Antoine Philippe Moreau. Orchestra conducted by Karl Reinberg. Sets by Lenz. Costumes by Richter. First violin Stadler. First cello. Sound house. Even Broadway couldn't afford talent like this.
Bravo! Please continue. Don't let us disturb you.
Change the set. This isn't a building site. Can't you get yourself a proper bell?
I made you some tea.
Thank you.
Watch, look, I can walk against the wind. I practiced all day. You do it too.
But a mime has to practice his whole life. No use pretending. You have to feel it. See?
Come and I'll teach you to smile up at cloudy skies. Just listen to me and I'll help you see life through a lover's eyes.
When there's no war anymore, I'll come to see you in Paris. I'll learn to play Pierrot's wife, you know.
Columbine.
Yes, Columbine. This is Antoine. We're in the show together.
Is that so?
I'd love to see it.
It costs half a slice of bread.
I'd rather eat the bread.
No taste. Dead men can't bite. That's me when I was 5. The dog's name was Bonzo. They're all dead now. Mommy and Daddy died here. But I'm not going to die, ever. You won't either, will you? But I hope Mrs. Stadler dies. She said she'd leave me the pencil with the boat in it. Come, I'll show you.
Don't worry, darling. I'm saving it for you. Ah, Antoine Moreau. We saw you perform in London, I think. They were so pleased to be working with you. This things will get better. And I have my muff. This is better than the barracks. At least we have some privacy, and Leo and I can be together. Can you help Leo find a decent dinner jacket for the performance?
Of course.
They say Rheinberg will have a tailcoat. Won't the Swedes be impressed?
Why should the Swedes be here?
Or is it the Swiss? Whoever it is, they're coming for your opening night. I wish you great success.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? When the Red Cross comes, they'll bring us chocolate, and there won't be any more transports.
Get away. No children here.
I'll wait here.
Are you a park stroller? Cafe customer? Chess player?
Wonderful news. The Russians are outside Berlin. Goebbels is offering a truce. I've just heard it from our storeroom clerk. This is a fine tailcoat. Birnbaum and Sons, clothing rental emporium, Vienna. If I return it after the war, do you suppose they'll charge me for the duration? It's true what they say, Monsieur Antoine. Clothes do make the man. Suddenly I feel like Beethoven's Ninth.
It's a farce. A whitewash for the Red Cross, and you know it.
Oh, it's much more than that, Monsieur Antoine. For a few dumplings and a bar of soap, we will show the world the triumph of German kindness and humanity. Amid the horrors of war, the filthy Jews are having a good time. Listen to it.
If only I'd known.
Do you really think they'd import you from Paris just to perform in front of a handful of Jewish brats? I mean, do you believe that they provide paint, plaster, even print a special currency just to convince you of something?
I know how you feel, but we have no choice. So, of course...
So, of course, what? That's the reasoning that gave them France without them firing a shot. I want no part of it.
Your conscience can relax. You didn't know.
I didn't, but I do now.
Just what do you know? This is no place for Sunday school morals. These people want to live.
Cafe customers. No. You go away. Go away. You go away.
Your teeth. Show us your smile. Rejected.
Oh, no transport. Oh, please. Please, no, no.
You shouldn't have come here today.
Well, Antoine Moreau in person. Something wrong? As you see, I keep my promises. You will perform very soon indeed. In a few days, you will be back in Paris, strolling along the Champs-Élysées, and you will have forgotten all about us.
Don't go.
know how you feel. Don't be sorry. We've all been through it. I've learned. All we have is what's right here. Right now.
Lovers have no fear of what the years ahead will bring. They know the coat of winter is an early sign of spring, sign of spring. Even in the dead of winter, I hear songbirds sing. For cold and snow, as lovers know, are only signs of spring.
What was that?
Look. Magic. Take one gold ring and presto, ghetto cognac.
You really shouldn't drink.
Yeah. I'll be glad when I've had enough.
You called me Michelle last night. Is that your wife?
I don't have a wife.
Children?
No, there never seemed to be time. Cut. Wake up, Stella. You were late. Maestro from 12. What is the matter? You want a little break? Are you sick?
Yes, sick. I'm sick of you and your stupid lies.
Stella? What lies?
You're not hungry?
I don't want to be in the show.
I see. Then Hedda will take over. I'm sure she'll be just right for the part.
Hedda? With Antoine? Hedda can't even walk to music.
She'll learn. Antoine will teach her.
Did he say that? Did he say he didn't want me anymore?
Nobody wants a moody little girl. Stella, don't cry. I'll talk to Antoine.
No, I don't care about him or you.
Frida's on duty tonight, so get washed and go to sleep.
Did you find out what's troubling her?
It's not serious. You know nothing about children.
Is that a new tango?
No. Young lady, this tango is 500 years old.
There's a wheel that's always turning in a corner of the sky.
The wheel of joy and sorrow, it's the wheel of live or die.
If today you're filled with sadness and you think your heart will burst,
the wheel will bring you gladness, who is last will soon be first.
for the time has come for freedom, yes, the time has come for love. The eagle rules the sky today, tomorrow comes the dove.
No one leaves this hall. I want the person who wrote that song. Arrest them all. Every single poet, so-called actor, cynic, clown, violinist, symphony conductor. And that one, arrest him too. unless he agrees to play for those of us who are leaving on tomorrow's transport.
I'm afraid my performance will be no match for yours.
We're not acting. We're saying goodbye.
Have you heard about Stadler? His wife is on the transport list. He volunteered to go with her. An old, dying woman. Can you believe it? Love.
She bit me. I had the little devil, but she bit me.
Tell him to come to the council offices after the performance.
You know, of course, that the Council of Elders considers you a German collaborator. Please, if I thought this was true, I would not have asked you to come. Sakharin? Now put yourself in our place. What would you think of someone whom the Germans brought in a limousine, who was given a comfortable room where he could sleep alone or accompanied as he sees fit? Sorry, there are no secrets here. Commandant Gruber gives him whatever he wants, allows him to protect people even we cannot protect for one simple performance, and then he's off to Paris. You see what I mean?
Of course, but I can explain.
Your performance this evening was excellent. The master file. These are the names of the people leaving on tomorrow's transport. We just started filling the next one. Old people, orphans, the sick, the handicapped. So now the Red Cross is coming. Morty? And then what? who knows? The war is far from over. Now, what if there were lists with the names of everyone who died here, with the ones who left on the transport, and of those who remain? One of these little papers could hold a list of, say, 30 names. Now, what if we could get hold of 4,000 papers, and then by a miracle someone were able to leave this place, someone who was willing to take with him a small package containing 120,000 names. Now think about that miracle.
Thank you.
For this dreadful tea.
For the tea also. Stella! My God, what happened? Does it hurt?
No.
Where have you been? Did somebody beat you?
No, I wanted to see you. I fell while I was climbing up.
You could have killed yourself.
No looking. Can I hide here? You said you liked me best.
Warm yourself up and we'll get you back to your dormitory. They'll be looking for you.
You let Vera stay here?
So that's why you hid in the lavatory.
Yes. Antoine, I have to go on the transport.
Don't be silly. I need you for my show.
Vera said you would let Hedda play my part because she's nicer than me and prettier. But Hedda can't move to music.
You're the best actress I've ever worked with.
Cross your heart?
We'll give them a show they'll never forget. But right now I'm taking you back. One day I'll teach you to walk between the raindrops, but for now, we'll take an umbrella.
A red umbrella? But it's not raining.
This one flies in the wind.
If the wind was really strong, I would hold your hand and off we'd fly.
And the SS would shoot at us, but they'd miss.
And we could spit at them from way up high, and they couldn't do anything.
Oh.
I have a present for you.
Where did you get it?
We need it, don't we? The umbrella's a stupid idea. One of the boys made some wings to fly away. He jumped off the church tower, but it didn't work. Crash, made a big mess.
Now remember, if you sneak out again at night, I'll spank you.
All right.
We've been waiting for you. Your teeth are sharp and you know how to bite. But where you're going, darling, you'll lose that appetite of yours.
No, she can't be on the transport list. She's in the show.
She's a thief. No one can help her now. Not even the commandant.
All right, everyone. Help her pack her things.
Here, Stella.
crazy?
No, are you? We are alive. We are not on the transport list.
You will replace Stadler as first violin, Mr. Jakubowicz. Silence, please, gentlemen. There is no need to worry about Stadler. The Germans will be waving their white flags to the sound of his violin. And I hope he tells them what to do with their flagpoles. Yes, gentlemen, I have good news from the outside. The war will be over in a fortnight. Hitler has been shot.
Yesterday you killed Himmler, and you shot Hitler at least 3 times since I've been here.
Not guilty, Monsieur Moreau. I shot him only twice. The third time must have been someone else. Besides, isn't it better to spread good news than bad? It takes my stories less than an hour to get around and back to me. By that time, I've forgotten that I started them, and I can believe in them myself.
Where's Stella?
Transport. They saw her stealing something from the church.
Where is she now?
Transport control, by the train. Vera went with her.
Take me there.
You can't get in. You don't know about transports. We could go through the sewers.
No sewers. You can't come here.
You know you can't come in. 297, Meyer. Schwarz 364. 101, Goldfish. Rubicek. 257, Goldfish.
Moll ist gewein am Mainsee, der Mainsee ist gar nicht fröhlich. Der Mainsee haut sich so nett, mit a Jiddisch Melech. Lulinke, mein Fegele, Lulinke, mein Kind, hab ungewohne so Liebe, weht's.
Who's in charge? I have Commandant Gruber's guarantee.
My guarantee? This is no theater, Monsieur Moreau. All I can give you here is a reservation.
But this is Stella. She's on my list. You signed it.
But you forget that the transport lists are drawn up by the Jewish Council of Elders. This is their town, after all. I'm only a petty bureaucrat, responsible for names, ages, numbers. We keep track, organize. But there is a reserve group. That's settled then. The show must go on.
Show? These are all children.
I'm sure it will be an inspired performance.
We can all pack our bags.
But not you, Your Excellency. You have your diplomatic connections. Pinch me, I think I'm drinking.
Kill those lights, there'll be no rehearsal. There's no show.
Why not? Why no show? Who gave you that? It's mine. Antoine, make her give it back.
You're lucky to be here at all.
I knew you'd come and get me. When do we do the play?
We don't do the play. Hansel and Gretel. The bastards wanted a fairy tale to hide behind, with us as puppets who'd give them just the stuff to delight the Red Cross.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to stuff my contracts down their throats, Your Excellency.
Of course. So, they will dust off the Mercedes and drive you back to Paris in style. Gruber might even bake you a cake for the journey.
He can't force me to perform.
No, but he can send you to the Gestapo and send my children off on a transport. You don't have the right to let that happen.
Don't I? They sent off some other children today. See, I don't understand you people. Stadler goes, so you replace him. Then you're ready to replace the replacement. Any Jew can play the violin, is that it? Don't you realize you outnumber them? Even without weapons, you could wipe them out before they knew what hit them.
Antoine.
I know I won't change your mind, Antoine, but how many people are there in Paris? How many people are there in Europe? How is it that all those people could allow this nightmare to exist in the first place?
Venezia. That's what he said. Venezia. And then abracadabra.
You're making it up.
I am not. First he was invisible. That's how I got past the guards. And then he said the magic words. And poof, there he was. That big. And he told the SS men and Gruber, let her go.
I would have done the magic before.
He knows when to do it.
Isn't that the clown? Why don't we have him amuse the children?
He has performed enough for one day. Miss Keller?
The commandant is unable to see you today. But he appreciates your coming to apologize and to thank him.
Hi. You want to go in? I got hold of 2 tickets.
I can't, no star. They've thrown me out once already.
Nobody knew who you were. I didn't either. Look, for this half, you can even get something that looks just like coffee.
How did you get the tickets? The same way you get potatoes, I suppose. You make so many sacrifices being mother. You do anything for your children. As for the other children, well, they can do what they want with them. I hope the little boy who took Stella's place will come back to haunt you. God knows he'll haunt me. So will the others who didn't manage to get on your list. Your children.
I lost my children 3 years ago, Antoine. Martina was 10, Sarah was 8. This was my husband. I had typhus when we got here. I was put in isolation. It saved me. They were sent off on the first transport.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Didn't care. I never asked once about the life I had before I got here, but I had a life. And then you came. And yes, I slept with you to save Stella and my other children. But that wasn't the only reason. You know that, don't you? Have you ever read the Talmud? It says there's nothing after death, only what has been. The good, the bad. The lives we've lived one way or another.
Come and I'll teach you to smile at that cloudy skies. Just listen to me and I'll help you see life through lover's eyes. That sunshine must be on its way. Lovers know that darkest hour comes before the day. Lovers have no fears of what the years ahead will bring. spring. They know the cold of winter is an early sign of spring, sign of spring. Even in the dead of winter, I hear songbirds sing.
Is this too high?
I don't think so. Give you another one.
Don't bother. We're going to play Hansel and Gretel with a few small changes. I want the Red Cross to be glad they came. The magic bell that makes children's dreams come true has disappeared. But then it's found. At the last moment, but it's found. What's your dream?
Bread and marmalade.
Is that all?
10 pieces of bread and marmalade.
And yours?
Oh, to be home.
Home means the war is finished.
I dream of a bath and clean pajamas and sleeping for 3 days. Then I would dress and go to the Café Zacher and order Viennese coffee. And the waiter would bring all the newspapers, and I would read them and drink the coffee. And then, all at once, a little tiny Hitler would appear. And he would say, "Mr. Reinberg, could I borrow one of your newspapers?" And I would say, "But I would gladly lend my newspapers to anyone, Mr. Hitler, except you." How about you, Your Excellency?
To go back home, even on foot, even barefoot.
Me too. But I haven't got a home to go to.
Once again from the witch's entrance. Milk it, Maestro. Terrify us.
With pleasure.
May I ask just what it is we are playing?
It's a fairy tale about a gingerbread house.
Yes, but what version? One that will get us all shot?
For what, Your Excellency? We haven't said a word, not one word.
Of course, of course. Monsieur Moreau will make his point and then leave, and you and I will stay behind to pay the piper.
You really believe that?
Yes, I do.
Gentlemen, I believe that we stand a better chance of seeing the end of the war if we fight than by simply allowing ourselves to be slaughtered.
Fight? You? Ho ho.
Why not?
Gentlemen, please. Let Vera make a point. You wish to fight too?
What would happen if we gave the Germans the performance you want to give them, Monsieur Leroux? Would that stop the transports? I want us to stop being so blind and tell the truth. If the Red Cross understands, they may try to save us, or at least save the children.
And if we fail?
If we fail, we'll go where we were going anyway, but at least we'll have tried. We owe that to ourselves, Monsieur Leroux.
Fine, that's settled then. I hope the gentleman of the orchestra can keep a secret. If any of you feel that the music is too hard to play, you may feel free to leave at once. No one will blame you. So, perhaps, Vera, you would get the children ready. Monsieur Antoine, I think we will go back to the entrance of the witch, if that's all right with you.
Why aren't you playing? Why don't the children play?
We shall practice, sir.
What a nice fast horse.
We like to play and dance here.
We are fine in the city of the Jews.
For God's sake, don't make them recite. Let them show that they are used to things. I want them relaxed. Stop! Cut off that top row of bunks. Eichmann says this very city is a major front now. The major front, and he usually knows what he is talking about. Now, how is Antoine Moreau working out?
Perfectly. He's preparing a fairy tale.
I was afraid he'd go back to the jumping dog routine, but he seems to have forgotten his Monsieur Grondin completely. Artists are like children. A few well-placed words, and voila, a gingerbread house. Perhaps he really believes he'll be going back.
That will be all for today.
Why stop in the middle, Monsieur Moreau? In the Brothers Grimm version, the children throw the witch into the oven. But I've been told you throw the children in.
I can change it. I can have the children dance round and sing, "We are fine in the city of the Jews."
That's no solution.
Are you going to tell the Red Cross the truth about this place?
If the opportunity arises. They are on a diplomatic mission, you understand. One mustn't provoke them. Especially when secret talks are underway regarding transports in neutral territory. Children in exchange for armored vehicles.
The Russian front, I should think. Tell me, Silberstein, what is the rate of exchange? 1 tank for 1 Jew?
Monsieur Moreau is the artist. If he wants to give the Germans exactly what they ordered, it's hardly for us to stand in his way.
Thank you for your blessing, even though I've let you down.
You've chosen a different route. Yes, a more dangerous one, I'm afraid.
I know.
An unusual art, speaking through silence. Don't worry about the papers with the names. Someone will find them after the war. They may find your name, too. Even though you don't wear a star.
Real goulash. With real potatoes. The show's a success already.
The cooks have everything. I even got cigarettes for a ticket. Help yourselves, Mr. Reinberg, Antoine.
Listen, Paris. The Eiffel Tower. That's a huge iron needle that touches the sky. And not far away in Pigalle, there's a flea pit of a cinema, which will turn into a wonderful theatre.
You mean you and me?
But of course.
Then what about Vera?
Me? I'll be in the box office, saying, "Come and see the 2 clowns all of Paris is raving about."
Please, taste it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please.
May I have some, please?
Why, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Lovers have no fears of what the years ahead will bring. They know the coat of winter is an early sign of spring. Sign of spring.
Of course, we still have some problems. Water, electricity, hygiene. We're short of medical supplies, for example. Now, that's an area where the Red Cross could be of great help. The children enjoy every food package you send. We arrange for first-rate entertainment for them. A variety of international artists. This week, it's Antoine Moreau.
You mean the mime artist from Paris?
Exactly.
Oh.
Brilliant performer.
Berlin will be fascinated by your explanation of this.
Honored guests, now you know as much as I do about our town. You were shown all you asked to see. You spoke freely to whoever you wished.
Would it be possible for us to speak with Monsieur Moreau? I'm sure you understand that we cannot sign any report before this request is granted.
Call the control area. I'm afraid Monsieur Moreau may already have left. We were only able to book him for one performance. Now he has other engagements. He is very much in demand.
Your papers, as promised. Your train is ready. If you please. Now you can perform.
All of you!
Geween aan Mainze. De Mainze is gar niet vrijelijk. De Mainze heeft zich zo niet aidisch melig. Lulinke, mijn vegele, Lulinke, mijn kind. Gebangen voor me zo liebe. Wees meer win. Der Melech had gehabt a Malke, de Malke had gehabt a Weingurten, der Weingurten had gehabt a Bäum. Lulinke, mein Kind, Lulinke, meine Vegele, Lulinke,